Good morning, Harrison Central. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Harrison Central. Today is Monday, January 9th, and I am Emma with your news. There are a few announcements today. The schedule change window has opened for 7th and 8th graders. Please go to Google Classroom and click on the link to change your next semester schedule. Mr. Richards will call you to his office once you have filled out a schedule change request on Google Sheets. This is for electives only. The Air Force will have a recruiter visiting in the cafeteria on January 17th during the high school lunch periods. Please go to School Links to register to visit with him. Freshmen and sophomores, don't forget about the upcoming visits to the Belmont and Harrison Career Centers. See Mr. Richards for more information. Now let's send it to Drake with today's weather forecast.
Thanks, Emma. Let's take a look at today's weather forecast for Monday, January 9th. We see clouds in the early morning. We saw just a little bit of precipitation, but no signs of it early this morning. Obviously, the clouds low of 26, high of 37. We won't hit that high until the clouds break away. We see a lot of sunshine around 2 o'clock, and then we'll get up to 37 around 4 p.m. as everybody's making their way out of here. That's all we have today for the weather forecast. Let's over to Maddie to find out what's for lunch.
For lunch today, the cafeteria is serving barbecue ribs, blended mixed vegetables, and applesauce.
We're here with Coach Hayes for this week's Huskies Way Challenge. What's this week's challenge?
This week's challenge is I'm challenging everyone to wean off of fast food for 1 week. 0 fast food for 1 week.
Thank you, Coach Hayes. And now we're going to send it to Taylor with the class news.
Mr. Lackner to ask him a few questions about the ceramic projects his students just created. What are ceramics?
Ceramics are what we see in front of us here. They are clay fired in a kiln and then glazed with minerals to make a kind of a glass surface on them.
What is the process of making these ceramics?
There are several different processes that we use. We'll use a hand-built method where we can either start with a lump of clay to make a pinch pot, which would be something like this. We can use a slab, which we roll out the clay into kind of a flat sheet to create something like more like this, or like this one here. And we can also use a coil method, which I don't have any examples of. Actually, no, I do have a coil pot here. This is one that's kind of smooshed, but you can see that it's made by rolling out thin kind of cylinders of clay to sculpt into a shape. And then we also have these ones here, which are made on the pottery wheel. And you can note that they're very symmetrical. So here's another example of that as well.
What do you personally enjoy about the ceramic making process?
A lot of it, I mean, they're three-dimensional, so they take up space. They're actually very functional as well. These are all food safe and dishwasher safe. And they're very permanent. They last for essentially thousands of years. These will be here long after we are.
Well, thank you, Mr.
That concludes today's news. Thanks for watching.